Welcome to another edition of Don't Shoot the Messenger Quick Hits. I'm your boy, Professional Sutton.
And I'm your boy, Chris G.
And it's your boy, The Rock Report.
I was
Get
stumbling.
that
Professional
Sutton.
Like Pun said, even if I stutter, I'll still. So, this episode we're gonna do the NBA playoff roundup. You know, roundups and roundouts and all the rounds, man.
It's just rounds.
Yo, it's like Charles Barkley. So
Kobe Bryant.
Thank God Kobe Bryant's not in the league.
Thank God Kobe Bryant.
Thank
the best.
God.
He the best player in retirement ever.
Thank God Kobe is retired. We're not gonna get on that right now, but just say thank God. Anyway, D. So for those that need refreshing, what do you like out there?
Well, listen, it's not a lot of refreshing that you need. It's the first round of the playoffs, people. You know, so they're going to be what they're going to be. We do have some interesting stuff going on. Of course, the Spurs are going to sweep a depleted Memphis team. I feel bad for the Grizzlies. Shout out to Mike Conley, Marc Gasol, Zebo. I'm going to say that because you might be, a big dude that can fight. The Warriors, you look at that series with Houston, I think it's the same thing. I still am one that says, even though they won that game the other day, Curry should not play.
I agree.
I think you should let him sit and rest and do what he got to do. I get that you have to keep a shooter in rhythm, so I know Steve Kerr's going to play him. I thought something weird happened, though, the other day, and I watched the game and thought it was an offensive foul, but the NBA came out and said that bucket shouldn't have counted. The Warriors should have won.
Hold on.
Dumb NBA.
Did you hear what James Harden said, though?
What did he say?
He said, I don't think it was a foul, but he said that game is over. Nothing to talk about. We on to game 4.
So it's nothing to talk about, just like how quick you and Amber Rose was dating. Shut up, boy. Comb your beard out. The Clippers and your Trailblazers, Christy. I think the Clippers have done the worst thing that they could do. They gave the Blazers life. But I think Doug Collins, shout out to Doug Collins for being one of the best in the NBA, one of the best coaches, I think, that was in the NBA, definitely underrated. He said an interesting fact that a lot of people forget. Since Chris Paul has come to the Clippers have not been in a series that has not gone 7 games.
Really?
Haven't swept anybody, haven't won in 4 or haven't won in 5. Every series that they have played has been 7 games.
Well, I got to think about this because, damn it, I think you're right.
7 games.
Now that I think about it, when hasn't they gone 7 games?
So, when you think about that, they just gave them a great opportunity
Chris, you point the Trailblazers
to upset them. So, I say that. OKC. I mean, the Mavs are the Mavs, people. Yeah. Let's not get it twisted. They are Mark Cuban and the Mavs. That's it. So, it was a good game last night. KD and Russ played horrible. But again, the others that I was looking for started to step up. So, I'm really interested to see what happens with that, if they can continue playing that way, because we're going to need it in the next rounds. The other thing is KD going to get suspended? They called the flagrant 2 on him last night for the head smack to James Anderson. He got thrown out the game. He apologized for it. I don't know if they're going to suspend him. I hope they don't.
I highly doubt it.
But, you never know, man. It's the NBA because they do things kind of, I don't know. On the other side of the coast, we got the Cavs. Are they clicking right now? They look like they are. They look like they actually like each other, including their distant cousin, Kevin Love. A redhead stepchild looks like he is officially in the family right now. Yeah, they're loving him. They're giving him mad high fives. They even got a little dap routine with him. He dropping dimes like that commercial. The Heat.
Where you get all them dimes from, Kevin?
The Heat got blown out by the Hornets yesterday. I don't know if it was the Michael Jordan mystique sitting over there, or he told them, listen, I got a whole bunch of girls and sneakers in the backfield. So it might have caught some people off guard. I think the Heat will still win the series, but again, I think you have to close teams out that have no life. True. So it could be another long series that they don't need going into whoever they face next. The Raptors, I will call it again. Y'all getting shocked in the 6, man. The 6, y'all are the North, but y'all going to be home in the North. Quick. The Pacers going to beat y'all. Paul George is not playing with y'all. He got that perfect beard trim lined up and that new bionic leg. he getting you all that work. And it's got. I think the Raptors and what people, kind of got amazed with was everything they did in transitioning the team to turn it over to Lowry and DeRozan. Mm-hmm. They don't have anything else that's a potential third scorer, somebody else that they can look to. So they really are dependent upon what they do throughout the course of the game to win. The Pacers are a little bit more balanced because even though you get it from George, they have other scorers. They have George Hill. They have C.J. Miles. They have Will Solomon. They have Rodney. He like your third cousin that used to beat everybody up at the barbecue Stucky. They got him. So, there's some things going on. The Hawks. Are the Hawks tough enough to beat the Boston Celtics?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Dennis Schroeder, you are German, but you are a brother. There's no way that you let somebody smack you and you run down the court with his number highlighted in the back of your head and ask for help from a white man. I'm sorry it don't happen like that. So I don't know if y'all tough enough to beat them, but it's going to be a good series. Isaiah Thomas showed out the other day. Boston, playing in Boston has been historically hard for anybody to play there in the playoffs. So I think that's going to be big, man. I'm looking forward to how these series wrap up, but then that next round, man, the next matchups could be, it's going to be something to see. And the West, you potentially could get OKC and the Spurs.
So which matchup are you interested in actually watching?
Right now?
Yeah. In the next round.
In the next round, the series that I want to see, if it's going to be OKC and the Spurs, I want to see them. I want to see what happens there. I want to see, if it gets to be, it should be the Cavs and possibly the Heat. I think if the Heat close out the Hornets. Okay. I'm interested in seeing that. But again, even those other series that kind of ratchet up, the Pacers are going to present some people some problems. If they figure out a way to get to the Eastern Conference Championship, you got to think this is a team that still at their core have been there. So they've done it before. On the other side too, I think what Doug Collins pointed out yesterday, I never really paid attention to it. For the Clippers to be in every series, and every series have a seventh game, that's something major, man. That means that maybe they ain't at the precipice like they thought they were, where they can be that next team in the West to say, I'm really here. But then at the same time, you look at it too, they were talking about it yesterday, is what happens this year. If the Clippers fold and lose to the Blazers, is it time to blow that team up? Will Doc continue to beat it?
I think Doc doesn't get a lot of heat. I think maybe he need to start getting some heat if they lose.
Listen, I tell you this, they scared of Doc. Listen, Doc had that same hairline since 1982. It ain't going nowhere. So if it ain't going nowhere, he ain't going nowhere.
You know who Doc remind me of? Putting it into perspective, and you guys might agree, me might not. He remind me kind of like a Marvin Lewis for the Bengals. He's kind of like he does just enough to keep his job.
Time out, though. Time out.
Well, no.
He got a championship.
Well, yeah, I'm saying,
but
again, like I said, I'm talking about since he's been with the Clippers. It's like,
but he's got. And see, this is how I feel like it's the same thing we talk about the NFL. It's unfair for Marvin too. You got to think of where Doc has brought the Clippers.
Yes,
with that team and how he's kind of constructing them and what he has not had, because they have never had a small forward to work out for them. But he still got them to great levels. Just think about it. In the past two champions, they have beaten the playoff series. They beat the Spurs and the Warriors in the playoff series. Mm-hmm. So it's not like they haven't beaten them, but they're playing in the West. So it's just like Marvin where you in the AFC North, Cincinnati, Baltimore, and Pittsburgh. Of course, Baltimore and Pittsburgh. I ain't even talking about Cleveland because it's just Cleveland.
If it's not the Cavaliers.
Listen, I'm looking at the camera. It's the land. 2 thumbs down. So it can happen, man. But again, this is the NBA. This is what is going to happen. I think it's going to be something, man. But I had something really, really interesting I was reading up on, man. That goes to the NFL. Jump to the NFL because we love the NFL.
Yes, we do.
So Josh Norman in that quite can't get right curl came up and got his money. So shout out to Josh Norman for getting that contract, $75 million over 5 years and $50 million up front.
Wasn't it 52, something like that, guaranteed?
Whatever it is,
That's
he had a 5 in front of $1 million. That's a lot of good bread.
Yes.
But the most interesting thing I was reading is, man, and this comes on the heels of watching concussion a couple months ago, Thurman Thomas is now experiencing CTE.
Damn.
He was at a conference the other day in Canada where he was talking about how over the last 2 years he has not been able to keep his mood swings in check. He's been forgetting where he was going. He's told the story where he was on a road leading to his house and had to pull over on that road a mile away from his home and forgot where he was. Had to call his wife. Thurman Thomas, they said that this man's brain looks like he's been in 5 car accidents where he went through the windshield every time. It's some crazy people we got to pay attention to. I know technology and stuff is getting better. I know the game is being played at a different level. They're trying to keep it more safe. But, again, we're starting to see our legends, man, kind of fall apart. And I just thought that was real interesting. But Thurman Thomas, but what I really wanted to share with y'all, because I know everybody out there in America want to know what we talking about, because we know what we talking about. Listen, man, we're going to talk about the NHL playoffs real quick, because I'm a black dude that like hockey.
Yeah,
I like to see people get punched in the face. Rats thrown on the ice, squids, hats, all that.
We ain't talking about the LA Kings. I really can't go into too much detail, but I do know me some.
I just threw a whole bunch of gang signs people because gotta do that, Dr. Dre, real quick. Listen, man, it's getting all these series. The NHL playoffs, for a lot of people that don't know, they're always hotly contested series. Very rarely do you get a blowout, but when you get a blowout, you get a big one. So the big one that we had was definitely the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Rangers. I'm so glad because I'm a Devils fan because Jersey. But at the same time, them Rangers fans are the cockiest people on the planet. Y'all might be worse than Giants and Patriots fans in my eyes. So the fact that y'all got beat up the way y'all did, the series was 4-1. Sid the Kid and everybody else was going in crazy. Last game they lost, I think it was 5-0. So that happened real quick. That's a wrap. But the real reason I really wanted to talk about the NHL playoffs, because a lot of people understand, there are right now 30 African-American players on the NHL team roster.
Nice.
That people don't know about.
Yeah.
And some of the teams that are left in the playoffs, you still got some of the top players in the game that are African-American that people just don't know. Popeye Jones was an NBA player for a long time. Yeah. Looked crazy. He looked like
it's something.
What's that? What was the name? Chunk? No, Sloth. What was the thing from the Goonies?
Yeah,
Chunk met the boy that was down. He was like, I'm Sloth, whatever. Popeye Jones looked like that, people. But his son Seth is that guy.
Yes, he is.
And he plays for the Predators. And the Predators are actually in a good series with the Anaheim Ducks, which used to be the Mighty Ducks. It's 3-2 right now. I mean, you got the Panthers and the New York Islanders that are still in a good series. It's 3-2. Dallas Stars versus the Wild right now is 3-2. The Washington Capitals is 3-2 with the Philadelphia Flyers. And again, Capitals have Joel Ward and the Flyers have Wayne Simmons, 2 of the bright stars in the NHL, man. So
you missing
push these kids, man.
You missing probably the biggest black star though in hockey. That'd be PK Subban.
Listen, I was gonna put Subban in there, but I was like, yo, I gotta shine lights on people that's still in the playoffs. Like, Subban is that dude. If you don't know who Subban is, you better get a jersey, go to Wikipedia, look it up. He got the NHL on lock right now, and he's known to have some bad chicks with him.
Well, you making that kind of money, you better.
You making that bread? Listen. I'm telling you, it goes down.
If you ain't with your day one, you better have some battle. I ain't mad if now listen, I ain't mad if you with your day one, because that means she been with you for the whole grind. So you reward that woman, and she need to stay by your side.
Yeah.
But if you have moved past your day one, you better have a battle.
Listen, you better have a whole bunch of day 2s and day 7s. You better have them day 2s and 5 Sunday besses.
Yo, for real.
You gotta have that.
Don't you pull up with no Usher Raymonds back when he got with Tamika. Like, no, you better come. You know what? We getting into a whole other subject. I'm gonna leave that alone. People upset stupid. I'm just saying.
I'm just happy that we talked about it. Man.
You better have a lot of cocaine Lorraine's on your arm. That's all I'm saying.
Ooh. Don't talk about her. You gonna get me in trouble. Baby, I love you. Mama, I love you.
So, well, man, so we have a lot going on. But like I said, we definitely will touch on it again as it comes. And also, we'll be talking about, we still would do our, not daily, but, every once in a while, I'll hit them with, something. And I'm trying to get Chris to do the whole betting thing and helping everybody out on that aspect. So, yeah, that's definitely coming. That's definitely coming. So
if you want my picks, I would say right now. See, some of the games are already over, but I would have took the Spurs on their line. I would have took Golden State on their line. I'll take Cleveland, and I would take the Hawks probably tonight.
Okay.
But I'm talking points though. Talking points. Talking points.
All right. Because Isaiah said he got another hand.
Yeah, Spurs just won too. They just closed out Memphis.
See, it's a wrap.
116-95.
And then they get rest. That's a crazy thing for them, man.
Well,
the Spurs are looking.
Well, what we Thunder play tomorrow, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
we could wrap it up tomorrow. That series will probably hit. It'll probably start like Wednesday, Thursday, depending on how TV wants to do it.
Yeah.
But again, you can't take away from a team that if they go out there and handle business, just like Cleveland. People can say what they want. You can say they had an up and down year. But if Ty Lue gets them to close out this series, 3-0 against Detroit, and just sit and wait for somebody, that's a good look, man. Mm-hmm. That's a good look, especially in the East.
I hope so.
See, and this boy, and listen, I know y'all watching this, so you see the hat that this dude got on, right? Here it go.
Old school.
Oh, boy.
Well, since you ended on a great note, I'm your boy, Professional Sutton. Hold on, I'm starting. I'm your boy, Professional Sutton.
And I'm your boy, Chris G.
And this is your boy, The Ruck Report. Cheers.
Peace.
1.